This is Radio Taiwan International.
Welcome to the news on Radio Taiwan International. I'm Joey Chow, coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan. We begin with a look at today's top stories for 2025, October 7th. Taiwan to celebrate National Day with rising international support. Relations with Czech Republic secure regardless of changes in leadership. President Lai ready to aid U.S. reindustrialization push. But first, today's top story. Taiwan's efforts to strengthen partnerships across Europe and Southeast Asia are showing tangible results ahead of Double 10 National Day, underscoring growing international support for the island's democracy and economic resilience. After Taiwan and the Philippines signed memorandums of understanding on supply chain connectivity last week at an industrial collaboration summit in Manila, this week, the Philippine-Chinese community held an early National Day Gala. Taiwan's representative to Manila, Wallace Chow, highlighted milestones such as the Philippines' visa-free entry for Taiwanese travelers and expanded trade and investment missions. He also announced a $200,000 donation to support relief efforts following last week's Cebu earthquake, reaffirming Taiwan's solidarity with its regional partners. In Bangkok, Taiwan's representative office hosted a National Day reception attended by Thai government and business leaders. Representative Peter Lan described Taiwan as an emerging AI island, citing its robust GDP growth and role as Thailand's fourth largest foreign investor. The event featured the Taiwan Chamber Orchestra and displays celebrating Taiwan's semiconductor achievements, reflecting shared ambitions for innovation and resilience. Meanwhile, in Taipei, an 11-member Swedish parliamentary delegation, the largest in recent years, arrived for a week-long visit led by lawmaker Alexandra Anstrel. The group is meeting senior officials, including Vice President Xiao Bi-kim, and will attend Friday's National Day celebrations. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs also voiced confidence in ties with the Czech Republic following recent elections, noting that cooperation in trade, education, and technology remains both solid and strategic. As Taiwan marks its 114th National Day, the wave of new partnerships, goodwill visits, and global gestures of friendship signal continued growth of like-minded allies. Regarding last week's elections in the Czech Republic, the Foreign Ministry said Tuesday that relations between Taiwan and the Czech Republic rest on a solid foundation and that it remains optimistic about continued bilateral exchanges. The Czech parliamentary election saw populist ANO party member and billionaire businessman Andrej Babis emerge victorious with 35% of the vote and 80 of the 200 lower house seats. The political reshuffle has prompted concerns over whether the Taiwan-Czech relationship might be affected. Foreign Ministry Department of European Affairs Director General Eric Huang reaffirmed that the two countries remain democratic partners and that their relationship is built on long-standing ties.
所以我们目前认为说我们还是非常乐观的来看待跟捷克。
We are currently very optimistic about our relationship with the Czech government. Many areas of cooperation between Taiwan and the Czech Republic are of long-term strategic benefit to both sides.
He emphasized that the ministry will continue to advance Taiwan-Czech cooperation in areas such as trade, education, culture, and science and technology. Huang further reiterated that the Taiwanese government aims to work with the new Czech leadership to jointly promote peace, stability, and prosperity in Europe and the Indo-Pacific region. President Lai sat down with U.S. conservative radio host Buck Sexton to discuss Taiwan-U.S. semiconductor cooperation, saying Taiwan is willing to work with the United States to help America reindustrialize and become the global center of artificial intelligence. Sexton, a prominent MAGA-aligned media personality, former CIA intelligence analyst, and NYPD counterterrorism officer, is known for his staunch support of President Donald Trump and his sharp national security commentary. During his recent visit to Taiwan, he met with TSMC executives, toured military facilities, and observed local defense exercises. On social media, Sexton shared photos with Lai and the Republic of China flag. The interview, broadcast on Tuesday, covered a wide range of topics, including cross-strait relations, defense strategy, and Taiwan's social and economic policies. On semiconductor cooperation, Lai underscored that while Taiwan's industry has achieved global success, it forms only part of a broader ecosystem. The United States drives innovation and design, Japan contributes materials and equipment, South Korea leads in memory chips, and the Netherlands provides key manufacturing tools. He noted that the U.S. still captures about 80% of the sector's total profits and remains the global leader. Lai's appearance followed earlier remarks on the same program, where he said Trump would deserve the Nobel Peace Prize if he could persuade Chinese President Xi to permanently renounce the use of force against Taiwan, a reflection of Taipei's hope that Washington will remain committed to defending peace and stability across the Indo-Pacific. Their conversation covered Taiwan's key role in global AI development, China's unilateral escalation of cross-strait tensions, and how Taiwan-U.S. relations can continue to deepen. Lai said he hoped to use the opportunity to clarify issues concerning U.S. policy and diplomacy and to clearly articulate Taiwan's position to the American public. American radio and television host and conservative political commentator Buck Sexton recently visited Taiwan, where he interviewed President Lai on topics ranging from cross-strait relations and Taiwan-U.S. ties to industrial development. In addition to meeting with the president, Sexton also visited TSMC's corporate headquarters, toured a military base, and observed defense exercises. His interview with Lai aired early Tuesday. Their conversation covered Taiwan's key role in global AI development, China's unilateral escalation of cross-strait tensions, and how Taiwan-U.S. relations can continue to deepen. Lai said he hoped to use the opportunity to clarify issues concerning U.S. policy and diplomacy and to clearly articulate Taiwan's position to the American public. Sexton is well known in Make America Great Again, MAGA circles, and has ties with former U.S. President Donald Trump and his family. A former analyst at the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, he later served in the New York Police Department's NYPD Intelligence Division. Sexton now co-hosts a nationally syndicated radio program with former Fox Sports radio personality Clay Travis, offering analysis of American and global affairs that has become a bellwether of right-wing opinion in the United States. Chairman of the United States Senate Foreign Relations Committee Jim Risch on Monday introduced the Dieter PRC Aggression Against Taiwan Act that would utilize economic measures such as sanctions in the event China endeavors to take physical or political control of Taiwan. The act would call for the establishment of an interagency task force to identify targets for potential sanctions, assess resource gaps, and help coordinate with allies and partners. The task force, called the Tiger Team, would tap members of the State and Treasury departments. In drafting the act, Risch drew from the U.S.'s experience imposing sanctions on Russia following its invasion of Ukraine. The primary purpose of the act is to ensure that the U.S. can move swiftly to strike at China's vital points, including financial and industrial sectors, should China take coercive action to undermine Taiwan's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Under the act, the U.S. could impose sanctions if China attempts a naval blockade, seizure of outlying islands, or significant physical or cyber attacks against Taiwan that impair the ability of its government agencies to operate or provide essential services. Thanks for joining me for the news. I'm Joey Chow. Stay tuned for another 50 minutes of English language features brought to you by Radio Taiwan International.